Hi friends, it's Miss Tracy from Smith County Public Library, and this week we're talking about dragons. This week's craft for preschoolers looks like this. He has little eyes and angry eyebrows, and you can make him blow fire like that. And the grade school kids have this kind of a dragon, and he also breathes fire. So come by this week and pick up your sets. You can come by Monday, today through Thursday, between 9 and 5, Friday between 10 and 1, and Saturday between 9 and 12. There you go. Now, the book we're reading today is an oldie but a goodie. It's from 1975, and it's one of my all-time favorites from childhood. And honestly, I'm just doing a Dragon Week so I can read this book. Kidding, but it's great. It's by Jack Kent, and it's published by Little Golden Books, Golden Press out of New York. Okay, it's kind of long, but it's really a great story for every human. Here we go. Oh, I forgot the song. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to sing. Let's ring the bell. Gather around for story time. And then we put our hands together like this and click them forward like so. Then you open and close them like a book. Read, read, read a book. Travel anywhere. Worldwide, you decide a book can take you there. Now, and there's the cat, because he comes to the bell, just like all the kids gathering around for story time. Here we go. Sorry, he shook the table, I guess, when he jumped down. Not that my cats are fat. There's no such thing as a dragon. Bill Bixby was rather surprised when he woke up one morning and found a dragon in his room. It was a small dragon, about the size of a kitten. The dragon wagged its tail happily when Billy patted its head. So there you go. Billy went downstairs to tell his mother. "There's no such thing as a dragon," said Billy's mother, and she said it like she meant it. Billy went back to his room and began to dress. The dragon came close to Billy and wagged its tail. But Billy didn't pat it. If there's no such thing as something, it's certainly silly to pat it on the head. Billy washed his face and hands and went down to breakfast. The dragon went along. It was bigger now, almost the size of a dog. Billy sat down at the table. The dragon sat down on the table. Kind of like my cats. This sort of thing was not usually permitted, but there wasn't much Billy's mother could do about it. She'd already said there was no such thing as dragons. And if there's no such thing, you can't tell it to get down off the table. Mother made pancakes for Billy, but the dragon ate them all. Mother made some more. The dragon ate those too. Mother kept making pancakes until she ran out of batter. Billy only got one of them, but he said that's all he really wanted anyway. Look at the dragon pushing Billy out of the way so he can have all the pancakes. Billy went upstairs to brush his teeth. Mother started clearing the table. The dragon, who was quite as big as Mother by this time, made himself comfortable on the hall rug and went to sleep. By the time Billy came back downstairs, the dragon had grown so much it filled the hall. Billy had to go around by way of the living room just to get where his mother was. "I didn't know dragons grew so fast," said Billy. "There's no such thing as a dragon," said Mother firmly. Now, cleaning the downstairs took Mother all morning, what with the dragon in the way and having to go in and out the windows to get from room to room. There she is, lifting the dragon's tail, going in and out of windows because he's taken up the whole house. By noon, the dragon filled the house. Its head hung out the front door, its tail hung out the back door, and there wasn't a room in the house that didn't have part of a dragon in it. Look at the people staring as she goes by. This part is great. When the dragon awoke from his nap, he was hungry. A bakery truck went by. The smell of fresh bread was more than the dragon could resist. The dragon ran down the street after the bakery truck, and the house went along too, of course, like a shell on a snail. Look at the mailman's face. Oh. The mailman was just coming up the path with some mail for the Bixbys when their house rushed past him and headed down the street. He chased the Bixby's house for a few blocks, but he couldn't catch it. So look, there he is, running after the house with the mail. When Mr. Bixby came home for lunch, the first thing he noticed was that his house was gone. Luckily, one of the neighbors was able to tell him which way it went. Look at her pointing. Your house went that way. Mr. Bixby got in his car and went looking for the house. He studied all the houses as he drove along. Finally, he saw one that looked familiar. Billy and Miss Bixby were waving from an upstairs window. Look at the dragon. He's so happy to have caught the bakery truck and eating bread. I feel like that when I eat bread too, dragon. Mr. Bixby climbed over the dragon's head, onto the porch roof, and through the upstairs window. How did this happen? Mr. Bixby asked. It was the dragon, said Billy. There's no such thing as, Mother started to say. There is a dragon, Billy insisted. A very big dragon. And Billy patted that dragon on its head. The dragon wagged its tail happily. Then, even faster than it had grown, the dragon started growing smaller. Soon, it was kitten-sized again. I hope it carried the house home before that happened. Look at it. Now this is the big lesson about every aspect of your life. I don't mind a dragon this size, said Mother. Why did it have to grow so big? I'm not sure, said Billy, but I think it just wanted to be noticed. If that doesn't apply to every aspect of your life, I don't know what does. Isn't that a great book? So come by this week and get your dragons. And tomorrow we'll read about, dragons with Together Time. And later this week we'll read about how dragons love tacos. I'm excited. So tune in soon. Bye.